Okay, guys, in this lessons, I'm going to go over on how to multiply imaginary numbers. Okay, so in imaginary numbers, we talked about adding or subtracting yesterday, so today's multiplying. Now, when we're writing our answers with imaginary numbers, it needs to be in this form right here, which is A plus BI. For those of you who weren't here yesterday, A stand for real numbers, and BI stand for the imaginary ones. Okay. And another thing to note is also I square is equal to -1. Okay. So whenever you see an I square, you have to think of -1. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. When we're multiplying imaginary numbers, you have to kind of like multiply with instead of the letter X, it's just I. Okay. So let's multiply them out. So 2 times 4 is going to be 8. 2 times I is going to be 2I. And then we do something here, which is negative 20I. And that's going to be minus 5I squared. Okay. Now we're going to combine like terms. And whenever I see an I square, I'm going to replace it with -1. So like this guy right here. See the I squares? That's -1 right there. So I'm going to replace it too. So 8, these two right here are like terms. We combine them. So that's going to be minus 18I and the -5 times -1. So 8 minus 18I. So -5 times -1 is positive 5. These two right here are the same terms. So we're going to combine it. So that's going to be 13 minus 18I. And that's it. That's how you would multiply imaginary numbers. Okay, let's move on to number 2. So in number 2, we have these problems right here. Now it looks like it's only one thing that being multiplied, but this problems right here, we can split it into 2 like this, like that, and then we multiply it out. So 3 times 3, that's 9. That's going to be minus 6I, and that's going to be minus 6I, and that's going to be positive 4I squared. So just like the previous problem, we're going to combine like terms, and whenever I see an I square, I'm going to replace it with -1, okay? So 9, these ones are like terms, it'll be minus 12I, and this I square right here, that's -1, so let's rewrite that, okay? Now we're going to simplify further, so minus 12I, and that's going to be minus 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. Minus 12I, and that's your final answer right there. Okay, moving on to number 3. Okay, so number 3 is very similar to number 1. I just changed the number. Okay, same concept, same idea. So let's multiply it out. 4 times -2 is -8. That's going to be minus 4I. That's going to be minus 6I, and that's going to be minus 3I squares. Combine like terms, so that's going to be minus 10I. Bring down the minus 8, and then this guy right here is -1. So -3 minus -1, that's going to be minus 8 minus 10I plus 3. Combine like terms, these two are like terms right here, so that's going to be minus 5 minus 10I. And that's it. Okay, last problem. Okay, so in this one we have 3 separate terms right here, so that looks confusing, right? But same idea. We're going to multiply these two first. Okay, so multiply it out. I have 6I squared, and then I have 6I minus 2. But you see the I squared right here, that's -1, right? So that this whole thing right here becomes -6, because 6 times -1 is -6. So bring down 6I minus 2. Multiply that out, so you get -36I, and that's going to be positive 12. Okay, and that's it. That's how you multiply imaginary numbers. So go ahead, start your classwork. Have fun.